Asani, the goal scorer, comes to get it. He gets it away.
Well, this has been better start to the second half from Poland, but yet from a Albanian perspective, sitting a little bit too deep right now, inviting that pressure. See, no pressure right now. Krychowiak can just survey, try to pick apart this defense, players dropping underneath. So the gaps are starting to open up.
That pass measured in really well. Lewandowski, now that attempt blocked. Aslani comes out of there with it. Bayrami trying to circle it around. Now he'll clip it long, and that was Vitezka, the first half substitute for an injury, who was able to intercept.
It was actually Vitezka as well who played that nice ball in behind. We'll see if
Kaminsky is going to get there. Kaminsky's able to control. Kaminsky rolls it back in. Krychowiak trying to hit that with the outside of the foot, curl it around, but it ends up over the bar.
Yeah, that's a tough skill to actually take this one across your body. It's actually back towards him a little bit, so
Hello. Oh my god. This is hard. Well, hello, I am your commentator. I am Jaden. I am your commentator. Don't worry, I am the best commentator. I'm not lying. I'm just the best commentator in the world. Y'all can listen to me. I'm gonna put in full volume. Me. Lad, can you hear me? Ready? Lad. Alright. Poland has the ball here. Poland is on an attack here. Poland inside the box. Oh, Poland nearly scored. Keeper saved it. Well done for Poland. He could have done a lot better there. He could have done a lot better there. Poland is in their hit path. It's back to their goalkeeper. Back to the centre back. Poland is making a little bit of an attack. Oh. Poland in the midfield. He's dominating. Poland, but he crossed it in. He's headed it out. It's clearance from Albania. That's out. It's a Poland forward. They took the forward short. He has a shot and it's absolutely garbage. That is a garbage shot. You could have done a lot better there. The goalkeeper got a yellow card.
Why don't you just make highlights of the game and then upload?
Albania has the ball. It cleared it. Oh! Cleared away by Poland. Goalkeeper has it. Attempted cross. There's an injury. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. Oh, that should be a red. Oh, that's serious, that. That's... Oh. Nah. It's a yellow card for Krajkovic. He could have done way better there. What was he thinking? They're making a substitute. You know what? Y'all don't have to hear my annoying voice anymore. I'm just gonna put the real commentator.
Who holds it up, rolls it wide to Asani. The game's long goal. Couldn't quite pull off that move. One back on the outside. Adani's cross sent in. Chance in the box, and it's in! Just on the field, Daku!
How about that for a masterclass substitution? Silvino, Daku straight into the game. Second appearance and his first goal for his country in a huge moment. How can the other goal scorer? What a first touch this is too. Soft as a pillow, just to control it. The second one to set it up and then roofs it to the near post. Does so well here. Viteska is with him step for step, and then look at the strength to create separation off of that cross, gets turned. And Chesney looking at his defender. Shirt comes off, he's gonna pick up a yellow card, he doesn't care. The emotion riding high in such a huge game, big stakes. Albania looking like they're going to beat Poland in this match, go top of the group. Historic, and for Daku, you can just see right now him just trying to get back to reality here and what has just happened for him. Second appearance, first goal, and Albania leading Poland 2-0.
Within seconds, not just of coming on himself, but of Poland making their attacking substitutions. Kaminski also replaced by Gorszycki. And what does Fernando Santos and Poland do now? It won't eliminate them, but their margin for error is eliminating quickly. Cash barging through. Lewandowski barging through the back.
Well, in a game, John, that has been very tight and has lacked clear-cut opportunities throughout the game. We have seen two fantastic goals for Albania. Daku with a wonderful finish, great bit of skill. Asani with the first opening goal in the game as well, and that's the difference. They've given this home crowd a show. They turned up in intensity from before the whistle and before the game even got started, and they were behind their team. They signaled their intent, and their team has turned up to match that.
Well, Miralem Daku, he was born in Kosovo. He played for Kosovo, including at senior level. He played a friendly against Albania in 2020. But he didn't cap time. He made the switch this year. He debuted 3 days ago. And now here they come for more. Rolled to the far side. Safari, the other sub who just came on. So Ramadani made the charge forward. He's got it back. Ramadani's cross in, and a bit awkward, but Viteska able to get it at least partially cleared, and then it's bashed over.
Why not? The way that they've scored goals tonight, sure. There's another look at the goal. Great just understanding of the timing to not even just anticipate too early, but he runs his defender the other way. Vietzka comes back to the near post. That first touch was good. It gets it underneath his body, doesn't allow Vietzka to make the challenge. And then he just roofs it to that near post. Maybe a slight little touch on the way through from Viteska, but terrific, terrific goal.
And not to take away from the skill to bring it down and get that attempt away. Swiderski for Lewandowski. Gorszycki was throwing his body in there. He commits a foul. We mentioned that game 2 years ago between these nations. Albania came in a point ahead of Poland in the World Cup qualifying standings. Poland won on a Swiderski goal, got into the playoffs, got to the World Cup. Daku trying to charge through again, and here comes a free kick for Albania.
It's going to be interesting. Does Krychowiak pick up a yellow here potentially? I think we might see him get the benefit of the doubt. You can see that's what the Albanian players are trying to say. Krychowiak was on the yellow from the high boot just about 5 or 6 minutes ago. Daku doing well there to just skip by him. First to react. There you go. Pretty clear foul from Krychowiak.
Should have been a yellow?
I would say yes. Because if not for that foul there, he's having a shot on goal. So I think he's pretty lucky, and certainly on the last warning.
So Asani and Bayrami, each of whom have scored long-distance goals. Asani earlier tonight, Bayrami a couple of days ago. It's Bayrami trying to catch Szczesny out a little bit there. And he's down to make the save. First save Wojciech Szczesny has made in the game. Each of Albania's first 2 shots on goal have found the back of the net.
You know, the last time these two teams played, Albania had a lot of chances in that game, and Szczesny was the difference. He made so many big-time saves and allowed them to get that 1-0 victory. This time, Albania have been able to find the better quality of finishing and getting past a goalkeeper of his quality, which is one of the best.
Swiderski trying to get that away for Lewandowski. Well read by Jimshiti. Giving it right back, though. Bereshinski picks it up. Krzyzewski trying to spin it back to his right foot. Rides the challenge. Gets across, lifted in. It's going to be hooked away. It was Ramadani back to defend. Man down for Albania. And they're going to make a change here. Katie Barre will come on. And are they changing the player that's going to be coming off here because of this man who's down right now? It's Christian Aslani who's gone off on the far side. It's a double change. It is Aslani who makes way. And Jasir Asani, a career highlight. A national treasure at this point for Albania from his first half goal. His night is done.
You know, not just the goal as well. He was very involved. Down the right-hand side, constant running, tracking back. Some good touches for him in combination play as well. And you can see Silvinho just wanting to freshen it up for them on the flanks now. Make sure they have enough energy with the 2-goal advantage, that they're getting players that are doing defensive work as well, both sides of the ball, keeping it fresh to break on counterattacks, relieving pressure. So pretty smart substitutions on both sides. And now Fernando Santos also taking off Krychowiak in the middle of the field. Yellow card, probably his last warning. Lucky not to have seen red. So he's wanting to make a change as well, just to freshen things up as well as they try to push here and get back into this game with maybe one goal that gives them some life.
Bereshinski is off as well. Mikhail Skurash, who we thought might have come on at the half as he was warming up intensely. He joins Linetti on the field with Krychowiak and Bereshinski off. That one's going to be rolled in. Skurash from the byline. Did it take a touch off the defender? Yes, it did. Third quarter of the game for Poland. They've got 20 minutes to go. They're 2 goals down. They'll have just 3 games to play after this, trying to get to the Euros next summer in Germany. Outswinger sent in. Good work there by Skurash just to keep it under some pressure as Albania were trying to run out. Lewandowski forced to cycle around. Kivior has it wide. And that'll be another corner. Krzyzewski in swinger. And bouncing down awkwardly there, but cleared away. Harami first to react. And a slice there by Hisai. Krzyzewski wide for Skurash, his cross, and that's dealt with easily by Strakosha. He's not wasting any time on that one, rolls it immediately out. Kinzora, good work to win it back. Kivior trying to angle that one in. Soderski brings it down well into the middle. Zielinski was trying to play quickly for Goshitsky. Zielinski recycles for Kivior. In for Swiderski, has some space there for a moment. It's going to be rolled in now and all the way through for Goshitsky.
Well, 2 good passes from Swiderski in quick succession, finding nice bit of space down that left-hand side initially, cuts the ball back, thinking there's going to be a shot, and then that time popping underneath and then getting turned. Good. He's got good feet in tight spaces, able to play back to goal on the half turn as well, and looks to combine just then for Poland, though. Still that last pass, last shot, that final bit of quality has really been lacking all night long for them.
And then a foul there as Swiderski takes the bump. It was Barre, the substitute, who hit him. Linetti trying to get Poland going. Zielinski for Cash. And Cash once again will drive that across. Isai heads it away, but right back into the middle. Long run forward there by Vitesse, gonna pick it up, and then he gives it away. He's got to get back. Albania trying to break out. Ramadani, long run. Led Muya a bit too far. And a yellow card shown there. Armando Muya, who also debuted on Thursday.
Yeah, a little bit of tough guy and firing up his fans. A couple of chest bumps just to rub it in a bit. I'd say I've been very impressed with Albania in this game tonight, and I think riding through the early parts of the game, not conceding many chances, not conceding possession, not allowing Poland any dangerous opportunities to build into the game. They get their goals through well-worked moves.
Wojcicki weaving through, and Stu can keep talking.
Yeah, they get a beautiful piece of quality. The goal in the first half, then Daku coming off the bench in the second half, but just shutting the game down. And there was a period there where I felt like, oh, here come Poland, and Silvinho having the recognition, making the changes when he did, flipping that momentum back in their favor. And then now, they've looked pretty comfortable, right? The last 10-15 minutes, and I would say they're fully deserving of this 2-0 advantage that they have right now. They've been the better team on the nights between the two. Poland been very disappointing, and it's going to get more desperate for them from here on out.
Just 3 games to go for each of these teams coming up in October and November. Poland will go to the Faroe Islands. Now, that was 0-0 for 70 minutes between those two the other night before Poland won 2-0. Home to Moldova in October, and that becomes a huge game. Moldova came back from 2 goals down to beat Poland in June. As that cross comes in and is stabbed away. Moldova's looking great in qualifying right now. They're right in the mix. And challenging enough for Poland as they'll finish at home against Czechia. So they're in must-win territory the rest of the way, even if they can turn this around. Misplay there on the outside by Cash allows Daku to control it. From his side, trying to return it under hit it. Zielinski sliding across and take it away.
You gotta get back now. You give that type of ball away and your team's streaking forward. Great job there defending. It's been all night. They've been smothering the Polish attack. They might have a chance here.
Just enough of a touch there from Vitesse to break that up, and then he gets kicked as he releases the pass. Lewandowski forced to come all the way back and wide, just trying to get involved. Zielinski, Linetti, rounds Barre. Zielinski in for Lewandowski. Got away momentarily, but ball ran away from him. That's going to be a foul as Kadzora came forward and put the kick in, and he's going to get a yellow card.
Pretty clear. Catch him on the top of the foot. Daku's had some great hold-up play as well. Not just the goal, great goal and finish. We talked about that multiple times, and he's down now, going to receive some treatment here.
He's big, 6'4", but this is where it becomes interesting because we get so focused on the big leagues in Europe. Here's a guy that scored 23 goals in Slovenia last season, has just joined Rubin Kazan in Russia. It's a player that is off our normal European soccer radar, and yet he, like Asani earlier, with important goals against a team like Poland that we think of as the bigger teams and the teams that are normally in the big tournaments. Daku back to his feet now. Clearly Albania have effectively leveraged dual nationals in their diaspora, players born in Kosovo, players born in North Macedonia. Bayrami's from Switzerland. Here comes Gasula. He's actually raised in Greece. He's going to replace Nadim Bayrami. And yet you get the sense this group with 4 teams battling for 2 spots, it will come down to that final match day in November. And what's going to be fascinating is it won't just be a matter of who can get the final 2 spots. You're playing your game, you're wondering about the result in the other game in the group, but then the playoffs as well. It's based on Nations League results, so it's going to depend on results in other groups going on other days for who are the 12 teams that make the playoffs in March for the final 3 spots next summer at the Euros in Germany. It's still 10 minutes here for Poland to try to create some chaos and maybe steal a point. Zielinski just nowhere to go.
Yeah, and I was just going to say off the back of that, it feels like Poland could play another 90 minutes and not score a goal in this game. I would say the energy, the intensity, the organization, the quality across the board from Albania has been top-notch, and you have to say the home crowd has helped them a lot, and just not allowing their levels to drop, because inevitably you feel in a game like this, and I talked about it right at the beginning of the second half, how would they handle the pressure that comes with the significance of this result, their history against Poland, you name it. And this is a team that's come together really well. Give a lot of credit to their manager, Silvino. He's got them in a great position, primed, knocking on the doorstep of those Euros. And this one's going to go a long way to helping punch their ticket in a group that we've talked about is very close and is certainly going to be must-win territory now for Poland. But
there's a bunch of groups that are like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just going to say that these games in October and these games in November are going to be incredible to watch because of how many groups are so tight, and it's the same trends that we've seen at the last 2 men's World Cups. The Euros in a similar spot. Oh, you've expanded it, you've watered it down. Absolutely not, because the level is rising across Europe and across the world. And it makes it awful fun for the rest of us. Swiderski now picks it up, clips it wide, and it doesn't work. Krosicki couldn't bring that down. And even if it means you maybe have a Euros without a Robert Lewandowski, without an Erling Haaland, because Norway are in a really tough position. Mentioned Luxembourg against Portugal tomorrow in FS2. They have a chance to get to their first tournament. Scotland are flying. Germany are a mess. They had to fire their manager this morning.
Did you mention Scotland are flying? It's fun. It's fun seeing all these teams, as you've talked about, John, performing, and all with an eye on those Euros. And next summer it's going to be fun in Germany and Berlin. And Never mind Germany, who were there, they get automatic qualification, fired their coach today.
Luckily for them, apparently.
Yeah, Hansi Flick, they've had a torrid time. So what can they do to turn it around? Because they'll go into that tournament with massive expectations.
Rosicki back for Zielinski. It's been a lot of those two. It's been very little of Swiderski and Lewandowski. Here's Lewandowski now able to hold it up and get it wide. Skorac trying to get a cross away on Mitai. Does get that cross lifted, and Lewandowski coming to attack, and then he might have blocked that one. It is going to be a corner, in fact, as Kivior had the attempt. Rosicki to take on his 90th appearance for his country. And his in-swinging ball bouncing through. There was a look for someone flying through in there.
Kajora's challenge on Daku earlier that he picked up a yellow card for. I'm interested to see how much stoppage time we have at the end of this 90 minutes, because really this second half we haven't had as many delays as we did in the first. A lot of substitutions on both sides.
Would have been hard to top the first half. This game was stopped 30 seconds in for a little more than 2 minutes because of flares thrown on the field. You had a long VAR review that took off what Poland thought was their opening goal. Swiderski just couldn't get back to that one. Jimshiti was alert. Bednarik came off hurt. That's going to be a yellow card to Seferi. And listen, there will probably be a disciplinary proceeding and a fine, and maybe calls for Albania potentially to play a home game in front of an empty stadium because of those scenes. The boos that drowned out completely Poland's national anthem, the flares that stopped the game early, other debris which has been thrown. So there will still be some things to come out of this one, but as that header comes into the middle of the field, Swiderski's attempt was blocked. It certainly set the tone early for Albania to pull off what looks set to be their first win over Poland in 70 years. Poland will get another corner, though. 6th of the game. Kamil Grosicki once again to take. His in-swinger out to the top of the box, fired wide by Linetti.
Yeah, outside of that first set piece for Poland where they thought they had the ball in the back of the net, well, they did, but it came back from VAR. I would say they've defended set pieces incredibly well for the amount of corners that Poland have had and putting pressure on big targets that they have attacking the ball. They've been winning just about every single one of them too, and then squeezing up and forcing Poland into, you know, half chances like that. A shot that's dragged wide from distance, comfortable for Strakosha. So I haven't even remembered too many big-time saves that Strakosha's had to make. I don't think he's had one. So this, again, defensively, you're imagining that Poland are going to get some opportunities, but limiting them to the type of ones that they've had and just frustrating them to no extent and just dragging that team up the field, slowly milking that clock. It should be an Albanian throw, which it is, yep. And we might get a yellow card for that. We will.
Well, there are still players on the field that haven't been shown yellow tonight, so Viteska will get one. And it's not as simple as to say, well, Robert Lewandowski can't be the same player for Poland because he's not surrounded by the world-class talent he has at Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Guy scored 81 goals. That's the 3rd highest of any European man in history. behind Cristiano Ronaldo and Ferenc Puskas. So clearly he has found a way to be very successful playing for his country as well. Grosicki has it wide. He'll lift that cross all the way through. So what have Albania done so well to really shut down that threat all game?
Yeah, well, they've shut down the service to Lewandowski. He's not always the type of player that's going to create chances by himself. And I mean that by, you know, running past 2-3 defenders, using his speed, running in behind. He's a guy that thrives on good quality service, and if he's got a half chance, his half chance is better than most people's half chance. His
half chance is 3/4 are full, yes.
And you know, whether it's stopping crosses coming into the box, which I think Albania have done a great job at. Their fullbacks have both had very good games. Hisai on the right-hand side and Mitai on the left. They stay narrow, they get out wide, they stop the good quality service coming in. And look at Lewandowski right now. I mean, he's got 2 or 3 defenders around him. He has to go out wide in these types of areas to get on the ball. That's what you want him doing right there. He's not a threat from in front of goal. And just he seems frustrated as well. He's done a lot of running, a lot of work. But yet Albania have continued to shut him down. And you give credit again to Silvinho and the game plan that he's put together. And also, they have good quality center backs too. Jamshiti plays in Serie A, long been a starter for a number of years now in that division and has a lot of quality himself. So he's been toe for toe with Lewandowski as well.
Ismaili plays in Italy as well for Empoli. A lot of players for Albania that are based in Serie A. Just on the other side of the Adriatic from where Albania is. 4 minutes away for Albania from history. Their second ever win against Poland in 15 tries. And one which gives them a great chance for their second ever major tournament appearance at next summer's Euros. Can Poland get one and at least create some chaos late? It's not going to happen there. They hadn't even led against Poland since Halloween of 1984. Albania's lone win against Poland, November 28, 1953, 70 years ago. And their World Cup qualifying hopes were dashed by Poland in a home loss 2 years ago. They wanted to reverse that history tonight, and they have done it. 3 minutes away, and the celebrations.
Yeah, the cell phones are out, the lights are out. This place will absolutely erupt at the final whistle.
Matty Cash carrying forward. Hands back to Linetti. Skorash wide. Zielinski wants it, has it now. He'll clip that one across. Header into the mixer there from Grosicki was dealt with by Ismaili. And not for the first time tonight, the fans aren't returning the ball. And all the other balls seem to have disappeared.
Weird. In fact, even Silvinho, Albania's manager, is saying, come on, let's get a ball. Let's get this game over with and not allow for any type of craziness to happen.
Grosicki lifts it into the box. Good header there by Ismaili. And look at the fans that have now kind of jumped up against the railing and the amount of police officers that have lined up behind the goal. Sirens now in the background, clip to the back post, header in the mixer, and Strakosha's there.
For Lewandowski in the box, and Strakosha anticipates this, a little close to him as well. But once again, even after this ball comes in, look at Lewandowski, the quick recognition from the center backs. There's 2 of them around him. Jamshiti is one and Ismaili the other. Both of them have had great games. And you have to say Silvinho vindicated his decision to go with Strakosha in the goal. Had not started their last 3 European qualifiers. 5 seconds or so away from a historic win.
Jasir Asani in the 37th minute with that screamer from an angle that knuckled past Wojciech Szczesny. Miralem Daku seconds after coming on the field as a sub, adding the second. And the third won't come there. Jose Maria Sanchez checking his watch. Albania needed to make history tonight to keep the European Championship qualifying hopes going. History. More to come from us as it finishes in Tirana. Albania 2, Poland 0.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game.